All right, back to class. Bye.
By the way, I just started my stream. We'll see how many people can join in. See how many people actually jump on in or tune in and listen to us.
Feedback. Gotta go feed the cat.
Is that one of my? I think I said that once. Gotta go help my parents paint their house or something. Gotta go.
You're
feed
still
the cat.
painting. I'll be back. I gotta go.
not still painting.
Drew Crypto
painting.
used to always go. Drew Crypto.
Oh yeah, it was Drew.
Go
Yes, it was Drew. It was Drew. Gotta go feed
my
cat.
cats.
Gotta go.
Right
feed
back.
the
I gotta
cat.
go.
Yeah, then it would pump when he'd go.
Yeah, he would leave and I would go.
It would. It was good.
Cats.
But he was talking about Cat's Turbo, so he was about to fucking buy, and then ride the fucking tail.
Hell yeah. Rockets.
Top secret code, DNA.
What's up, YouTube? Got 3 people listening. YouTube land. Remember to smash the like button, guys, so we can get more people seeing the stream. Probably have to post my link so that people can get Discord alerted.
Look at you,
This
little
property
triangle.
looks terrible.
I saw it.
Ernesto, hey, Ernesto's in the text chat. What's up, dude? If that's the real Ernesto. Oh. I'm driving. Should I buy here? BTC XRP. I want to see what XRP's up to, eh? What's it saying lately? Go to my top 20 list. XLM, XRP are both in there. From a weekly perspective, it's... Wow. It moves, it makes moves, and then it gives it all back. Damn. But this time, it's actually deemed as not a security, so it could keep the gains that it makes. So I would imagine that there's a lot more permanent money, maybe, or long-term money going into it over the next, coming weeks or months. This got crushed, so that's cool. I think I drew this in. This was back over here when we were tracking it. We were like, oh, I wonder what this what this is gonna produce. This chart pattern, and then bang, that news came out that they won the case, and it shot up. making it look like it was the patterns. It was because of the pattern that it went up, but nah, it was because of the news, obviously. But sadly, it gave it all back. Gave it all back, but now we're back on track to reclaiming that run. Very dramatic chart. Very dramatic. And I think XLM is similar because they sort of go in tandem. When anything happens, they sort of, yeah, they echo. What's up, Crypto Burger, Philip, and Eki Alb? 9 people. Alright, let's go back to Bitcoin. What do we got, like just over half an hour left of today's candle. Zoom out on the daily. Today's candle has been awesome. It's actually made progress off yesterday, but we're still under that high, that market high. We came up not long ago and tried to test the high, but I feel it's not quite ready. There's a lot of bears, well, not bears, but a lot of people stepping in to open up a short in case you get that rejection, and that's kind of been like the theme all year, really. Like something comes up, meets its previous high, and actually has a sell-off instead of a break. The break happens after there's been an opportunity to short, I feel, just because there's not that volume stepping in. But the interesting thing about this one is that it hasn't broken the market structure to the downside. It's still maintaining support at these levels, like up high near the previous high. So we're spending a lot of time only what, 1% away or less? Yeah, 0.5% away from the high. It's usually when you come up, you get rejected pretty quick, and you lose all of that progress within 20 minutes or so. Half an hour or to an hour. So we've actually spent an hour at this level, so it has not lost traction yet. That's really good. That's a good start. It's bullish. To me, this kind of looks cup and handle-ish, too. There's a big old scoop. And there's a lot of people that say cup and handles can't happen on the 5-minute chart. Fair enough. But you've got a resistance, a run that got rejected, and then it's scooped. This could be like some kind of handle forming right now before we attack that high again. We attack the neckline of the cup. Yeah, I think 36k is doable. I think so. It's right there. It's pretty much at 36 right now. 35,823. Apparently Link is going bananas right now. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, damn, it's up 13% today. So for Link, I think the only real resistance that I can see like nearby would be this one at $18.32, which was set in around March of last year. So I'm going to leave that line there as resistance, and then do a fib retracement off the all-time high down to the bear market low, and see what we've pulled in so far. So yeah, we're approaching the 236 fib level. We haven't tested it just yet. So there's a couple of big tests on the cards. There's the 236, and then this pivot high back in March or April of last year. If ever you see this like on a high time frame, like a tight range and sideways, that is an accumulation right there. Beautiful on link. And look, the cool thing is some coins haven't left their accumulation zone yet, so there's still time. Link is just, it's departed already. It's already off to the races. But I think Dogecoin is still relatively down off its like it's still in an accumulation zone, so to speak. Yep, very much so. I'm gonna clear some of these lines out though, so I can show you. Price levels, there we go. Hide these. So Doge's accumulation zone, it seems to be, most of it has been happening inside that box right there. So between 10 cents and 5 cents. Majority of which probably falls in a lot lower than that. Between 5 and 8. 5 and 8 cents. But yeah, however you want to like draw a box around the zone. 5 cents, I think most people can agree that 5 cents is the bottom of that accumulation box. So if you were able to put any buys in at those levels or anywhere near 5 cents, that's seemingly a good buy at this stage. And if you draw this zone to the left, you can see why. Like, why the hell 5 cents was a thing. And it's because of that. That happened in 2021. Early 2021 was like the resting point after that initial push to 10 cents or 9 cents. Untapped potential.
Look at that coin RSR.
Yeah?
Yeah, look at it on the daily. And then,
RSR.
see that, well, it's in its accumulation zone right now. I mean, it's definitely even lower than some of its accumulation zone. But it's got a nice road back to all time.
Oh yeah, dude. Good call. Yeah, that seems to have departed its its consolidation.
So like
hasn't it?
even go zoom out Zoom out.
Zoom out more.
Yeah, look at that.
This might be an old, sorry, not an old chart, a newer chart, because it's only on Bybit perpetual. So there could be a lot more history to it.
Climb up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not looking at the climb up.
Yeah.
I was looking at Binance. It's the Binance chart.
But where it found support, yeah, it definitely started treating a certain level as repeated support, which is a really good hint as to it's found that accumulation. And like, obviously the shared factor that all of these alts have is where what Bitcoin's doing and where Bitcoin found support and what, you know, where, if it's turned a corner or not. Because Bitcoin got its accumulation, like its true flaw was trying to establish over here after the Celsius crash, and it was trying to treat like 18,000, 17,000 as the floor. Remember that? Then we had the FTX dump to break that floor, and then we had another build of a floor at like 16,000 or 15.5 was the extreme, but there was like this little zone of accumulation again, reaccumulation down here. But it was perfectly like the start of January, like the 1st of January, it just built off that. Went up, and the rest is history. So far. Oh yeah, and talking of on Bitcoin's structure and like what pattern it's in right now, it's still in kind of like this rising wedge structure, which is concerning. For those that didn't catch it the last time I streamed, I was talking about this structure and that it could still be a threat to the progress, but in saying that, Bitcoin did form the same structure post COVID-19 crash. So like back here, it did a very similar thing, like the way it rose out of that was another kind of structure, just like that, like a rising wedge. So you had a bunch of support, that, and then a bunch of resistance, both gradually climbing. That break out the top was really good, really strong. You could even argue that it was like more like this, more of a sharp top side, or obtuse rather, not sharp. So we're in something similar to that, I think. What's my price prediction for Bitcoin next year? And oh, it's hard to say. You can't predict it. It's unpredictable. I feel. If I'm just doing it for fun, $100,000? I don't know. That's not useful information though. Like anyone can say a number. It's all dependent on what's happening in the world too. Like if the stock market crashes into the ground because of a recession or something, there's no way in hell like crypto can sustain against that. It'll also echo that sentiment, I feel, but I think there's a good chance and a good outlook of recovery next year, all of next year, and even growth upon that after that recovery. It's made most of the recovery already, the S&P 500. Have a quick look at that. The S&P. on a fib retracement from the all-time high down to the bear market bottom. Let's hide some of these lines of resistance and whatever. It's getting in the way. So it's already achieved the 236, the 382, the 0.5, the 618, and it's been testing the 786 fib level. So it's already recovered 80% of the drawdown of the bear market. We've seen a dip back though. Now we're trying to get back up into those highs again, but it's not an easy read because it hasn't just been a swift move up. It was looking that way and then we got shoved back down, but the important thing to recognize is the market structure. We're still macro higher lows. We haven't lost that structure yet. If we get and make a new low, we've broken structure. But that hasn't happened yet. And it just depends how like macro you want to go, because like there's a low at the COVID dip, there's a low, and then here's another potential low here. Like how much of the noise do you want to ignore? Like could it do that? Possibly. Now on a short time frame, there's no doubt that it lost structure because there was a low here. It tried to double bottom, but then it lost it entirely and we got a downtrend, a confirmation of that downtrend. And now we're trying to use like this order block over here, or this range, as the reason of support to bounce back up. Do I think quantitative easing or the halving plays a bigger role in bull market next year? Yeah, it is a big part. The whole halving theory is what a lot of the Bitcoin crowd focuses on as like the reason that we go up. Oh, what's going to be more impactful? Honestly, for Bitcoin, it's the halving. It's the rate at which new Bitcoin is put into the supply is slowing down. Like obviously, each halving it gets cut in half. So the block reward for the miners, it becomes less and less. So it's already past the point of being profitable for you and me to like try and mine Bitcoin. So the small players are definitely out. It's all up to these big, gigafactory size mining operations to keep the network moving. The interesting thing is though, like with Bitcoin, is if all the miners die off and there's not many people mining it, the difficulty goes down to compensate for the drop in hash rate. Whereas if everybody's mining it, the difficulty rate has to go up to compensate for the, yeah. So it has like this self-correcting mechanism to accommodate like, a busy network or a quiet network, or lots of hash rate to not enough hash rate. Quantitative easing. Yeah, quantitative easing puts money in the pockets of retail. if they like go as far as to put out stimulus checks, that kind of thing, to like reignite the economy.
Ridiculous.
But I don't know, man. Not sure, because the economy's still real tight. There's been no cuts yet to the rate, the cash rate.
Printing, nonstop, quantitative easing.
Okay, Bitcoin's on the move. I'm gonna see if it can attack this previous high.
Make another push right there, Bitcoin. Do it just like that.
Yeah, you can do it. Hey, does anyone want to? Hey, Daryl, do you want to share your thoughts? Like screen share? I remember last time you weren't around to do it.
Yeah, let me get the volume together over here and turn this TV off.
Yeah, you're right. All good, man. I'll pop your window into my stream. Damn. I think we're very close. We're only like 15 minutes away from the daily too. So that's possibly why things are getting hot right now as well. Alright, I'm sharing your screen right now.
Beautiful reaction right there.
Yeah. You go for it, man. The floor is yours. Yeah, look at that. Look how we're coming up to... Does that say A on your screen? That triangle? Oh no, that's a D. Yeah.
Look how we're coming up to make a top.
Possibly. Yeah, could be.
No way.
Definitely is the top of the movement.
Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's possible, man, because like there's been a lot of swing fail type moves in the
It's
market.
not. It's more than likely. You could push up a little bit. You wouldn't be crazy. You could buy in here. You could ride it up. You could make a little bit of money, but we're essentially at the top.
Well,
I mean, for the whole day,
bye-bye.
the pattern for the day, you have that cupping handle. You have, it's pretty much fully played out right here. The last few minutes.
Except for the fact that you are forgetting matches. It's in that structure still where the top is like almost 37. When you just draw the lines from the top, it's in the flag still.
It doesn't matter where the top is. It's at a topping point right now, so there will be a retrace before it heads back to that number. I mean, I'm still bullish, but like
We hit 36 once.
If you wanted to grab along and not watch it go into the red, probably not the greatest place to grab it.
Just broke 36K.
Yo! Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to eat.
Yeah, if it did it yesterday, I'd be all about 48,000. But right now, it's just like that was a target, so now it's retrace. If the target is hit and people can't identify that we've hit it already, then you keep going. People have had time to figure out the target.
But we didn't hit it yet.
Look at that swing
36.
fail.
Yeah, but it's getting a lot of pullback now.
Well, we haven't closed the day yet, so it's still young. There hasn't been a new daily yet, but
You best believe I'm buying when we get to the bottom of this movement. I'm just not buying the top of it. I've learned my lesson this month, okay? Even in the most bullish of movements, you get a retrace.
what, 2 minutes left?
I might get in at 35,550.
Wow, pretty volatile around the daily close, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll probably not get struck down at the close. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to continue up after close because people think it's going to go down at close.
Mm.
I would love to see it continue up, but the movement it's doing right now, I feel like we've got a retrace coming. We could even see 35.2, 35.1, the way it's been retracing, because it hasn't been. It's been breaking through trends to other trends, so it's not like giving us a clear picture, except on the longer time frames. So we're at 36. We could be going back to the bottom of the goddamn range.
I was looking at the liquidation heat map, and there was like $36 million. Or no, sorry, 79. 167 million. Like, dude, there's a bunch of liquidations that just got taken out that were right at or above 36.
Yep, this is what we were describing about an hour ago, Matches, is that the theme lately, not just on Bitcoin but altcoins too, is that whenever a previous high gets like revisited, there is a lot of opportunity to go short at those moments. And this is just another example of that. It's like swing fail. People line up to go short in these moments.
$37 million just got liquidated.
For a nice change of pace, did anybody short the top?
I've been shorting.
I haven't been trading it. I'm still doing my big, accumulation stuff. But yeah, I've been trading altcoins with a few bucks.
I'm saying, like, right now it topped and hit the 36,000, which is a target that we've been waiting days on. Did anybody short it?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, this is the third time it just hit a Tuesday, Matches.
Yeah, because we've been waiting. So that's why I'm saying.
Tuesday?
What?
Since Tuesday? We hit it Tuesday. We hit it like last week as well.
The point is, we hit 36 last week as well, right? 35.9. So we've had a target of 36.
Now we just went higher. Yeah.
We finally
have a higher
hit
low on the 4 hour.
And it didn't rip straight through. So I'm just like, that was a goddamn top. Okay.
Well, if you just draw your line on that flag, it still can get to almost 37. So just be careful shorting it here.
That's cool. We got 25 people tuned in listening to us.
Look at that wick on the 1 hour, dude. Jesus.
Smash up the like button, guys, as well.
Flip to the 1 hour, Rick. Check out that wick on that candle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I think they were gonna try to close the daily above 36, but it's so like, I mean, it just dropped $200.
I'm very, very eager to see how the fresh daily kicks off. Like, we don't know what's going to happen, obviously, but it's built up.
It's probably going to just drop at a pennant,
very high point. 27 people are in. We'll see if we can get to 30 people.
Let's go.
If anyone's got some paradigm-shifting, mind-bending TA that they want to share.
Can y'all hear me now?
The floor is yours. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Couldn't hear you 36 likes for 36K.
I don't wonder what the
hell. You want some very simple, straightforward TA? Wait 15 fucking minutes before you buy.
All right. Okay. Go for it, Daryl.
I've just been watching a few different things.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, my advice would be at this
Look at
point,
that.
you don't buy until it bounces off the 100.
Look at that. It's gonna go test the top of this. Do you see that? I just posted it.
Haven't y'all figured out that this shit ain't going down until you stop shorting it?
It's gonna go test the top without a doubt. Like it's gonna go hit that.
See the neckline right here?
Mm-hmm.
Man, look how you touched it twice over here, once and twice for your check down. And you jump out into another flag. See, this is why it look like an ascending wedge, but see the flag in there too? See the flag too though?
Well, it's a frying pan.
I don't get down what it's called.
It's a fry pan pattern. It's already had two bull flags up or leading angles or whatever the fuck you call them on that right side, which is why I'm kind of like thinking we're topped out.
What else matches? What else?
That's it. Unless we bust straight through the fucker to 46,000, we got to go back to the bottom of the pattern.
You promise?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Matches FUD alert.
$45.8, man. I'm trying to tell you where we going.
Yeah, I'm more in the camp of like 40, at least 40 soon. Like in the coming weeks.
Down. We're already down $400 or $500 from the top. That just happened then, from the 37.
I was just saying we weren't gonna break
Big deal.
36 earlier. We broke 36 nice and easy.
So 36.2
like
to 36.5,
view.
I feel like that's a nice buy range, but the way it's been going, I'm afraid to buy. It breaks every low to a lower low than it should. So we could very well see right back to 36 even, 35 2, 35 3, 35 even before it even starts to go up again.
It ain't gonna be that easy of a short.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
I didn't think it was that easy to break 36. Like fucking that. It kind of took
up on your short now, Clyde, what's your short at?
Hold on, let me check.
Dude, it's up there already.
I've been shorting, so I'm just fucking building it little by little because I don't know how high it's gonna go. I've been building a position, and I'm building at 30.
When you say you were already shorting, you were shorting in profit, or you were shorting with a bad position?
No, I've been shorting since it started coming down from that previous top. So now it's at like
higher. So
35.7.
it's a higher number than it's currently at. You're in profit, right?
Actually, no, my short's not in profit. My short is at 35.619.
Oh my god. Okay, that's fine.
But I added
that's
to
what I
it.
thought you were saying. That's what I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying that you got in earlier, and I'm like, oh, he must have got in at 39 or 40, and then I'm saying to myself, wait, he hasn't been in long enough to have gotten up there.
39 or 40? We haven't seen 39 or 40. No, I just been adding.
I started asking you if you were in profit.
I just been adding on all the tops of all these wicks.
I guess that's fair.
What are you smoking, Matches? Give me some of that.
I'm smoking the good shit. No, because I was excited. I thought you were going to be up like a good percentage from. You mean it just moved $500 from the last buy you made?
No, I mean I'm just fucking building a short on 10x, little by little.
If you shorted at 36, you'd killing it. That's all.
Yeah, if you first open a position there, but I think my first buy was the other night at like 35.5.
Well, that's fine. You told me that you were shorting it, but you were already shorting it.
I was already in a short position, yeah. So I've just been all day. I've just been shorting the top of all these wicks.
That must be 30 more days so far.
Damn, I was hoping
trying to
I
fucking
just got stopped out of my long.
I was hoping that Pisket would still be around, but it must be like late, real late at night for him.
Yeah, I think it is. It's probably like in the middle of the night over there. I don't know though. I mean, if I'm thinking that we came to about a top, like this isn't meant to be a scalp. Like I am thinking that we're gonna see some like fairly significant downside if we get rejected here. But I also am leaving room to short all the way up to like, where do I have my stopping point? 37,200, I think, is where I'm giving myself, and then I'm not gonna be adding to it anymore, because if it gets up that high and it hasn't started falling by then it's probably not going to.
We haven't lost the short structure just yet, like the short time frame. It's still there. I think it breaks if we get below 35,400. And I'm talking like 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame.
Yeah, it's just the shape of it, the exhaustion, like the big move up, like I don't know. Like that one, that last one right there seemed like definitely like just a liquidity grab to me, because there was like $40 million ready to be liquidated right there.
It's the shape of you.
It's still under
Sammy.
the trend line.
What's up, Sammy?
Why? It's the shape of you.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I gotta eat this fucking thing before it melts, dude.
You go for it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I made a cake like 2 days ago and I'm fucking trying to finish it.
Is it a birthday cake for you?
No.
Oh.
No. Before Thanksgiving cake.
There's gonna be a day where I have to make my own birthday cake, and it's gonna be so sad. Just me, like Mr. Bean. You know how he does everything by himself.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he was classic.
Shit. What kind of cake did you make?
Actually, this is like
Bitcoin to 40K cake.
It's a devil. It's like a devil.
Oh.
It's supposed to be German something cake, but it's like real dark chocolate, like almost like a devil's smooth or whatever they call it. Something, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, we just had the daily. We just had the daily close, so we got a fresh day. Let's see what the day brought us. So we had
these moves are bullshit, man.
Yeah, look at the wickness, man. The wiki. It's wikiing.
Did you
a
see
lot
what Dominance
upside.
Tether did this morning when I look at it's probably still the same. Look at the 2 fucking wicks that USDT did and just sat down on the bottom of it, and then it started finally climbing up earlier this morning, but I haven't looked at it again, but let me see. It looks very suspicious. Like Tether's maybe dying, right? And what's that going to do? Bitcoin, let's see.
Tether might be dying, but the market cap is going up, which is bullish.
Yeah, it's really weird though, dude.
It's normal.
Yeah, dude. Total crypto market cap, as long as that's growing, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, as long as fiat is coming into our space, that means that there's potential for growth right there. That's like the big, all-encompassing thing to keep an eye on every now and then. Is just like, are we growing, or are things starting to retract?
Honest to help me eat this, then I wouldn't get fat. Hey yo.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna look at that total crypto on like the hour. I mean, obviously most of it, it's pretty much echoes what Bitcoin's doing almost, but yeah.
yeah, I think the big move is coming very soon now, because the shit that's happening is really weird to me. I mean,
we're getting into that total crypto resistance that we felt back in May of last year. This is a long time ago. Like that same region, 1.3 to 1.33 trillion market cap for crypto.
Look like it's showing a little bit support of that 355 area.
Yeah.
See what happened.
But look, man,
Hey,
above
yo,
us,
the real-
we have like $2 trillion of headroom above us to recover if we're ever going to come back up. We're not even a third of the way done, you know, for the recovery. I'm going to do a fib retracement off the crypto high to the crypto low. Market cap. Yeah, we're only just visiting and getting above the 236. That's the first hurdle. It's a long journey back to 3 trillion. A long journey. So yeah, we ain't seen nothing yet, boys and girls. I don't think. And I think much of this recovery story will be next year. Like we might see that, we've already seen the beginnings of it. This year was there's a lot of battles going on just to get to where we are right now. But yeah, I can see going into the halving and post-halving of next year as a reason for more, like, reclaiming some more market cap for the total crypto. And then you have to look at this, the stock market. What's it gonna do? What's the economy doing? The US economy is very important to the whole story of all markets. If interest rates are still tight, the economy's still tight, it's gonna be harder, not impossible, but harder to recover. But once that floodgate opens, like when they start doing the cutting cycle, historically, there's been flash crashes off that, but then you recover that crash, you recover that flash crash, and then the growth cycle gets starting again. Historically speaking, right? So that's why I'm more optimistic for all markets going forward. I don't think we're gonna see some devastating bear market, or I think we just did that. But hey, I'm happy to be proven wrong. But as all of the facts lay right now, there is no reason, can't see the reason, for a huge devastating crash.
I don't know, man. Stocks, well, there's so many new companies that are going into new technology. So AI didn't even really kick in yet. So I would say normally that we would have a pullback in the markets in the upcoming year, legacy. But if we have, if these other companies like Microsoft, Google, Elon shit, he comes up with whatever he's working on AI, that's going to drive that whole sector, and that really pulls the whole markets up. I mean, like Crazy's been saying, look at the fucking NASDAQ every day. He said, look at the goddamn NASDAQ. That's what's pulling the majority of this stuff, and it's what I think. But I don't know. I mean, that negates. I mean, if there's something else out there like what we're involved in over out of country and whatever, that that's going to change things for a short term or whatever. But there's a lot of stuff out there that's going on. That's crazy. I've never seen college kids. The only time was, what was it, back in the 60s? You see tapes of, them killing kids at the college because they're protesting. You don't see that yet, but I mean, these kids that are there are different. They're actually, you know, I don't even know how this happened. There's so many Palestines and everything, you know. And I mean, we're an open country. We're not supposed to talk about this anyhow, but somehow I got swayed into there, but sorry.
You swayed yourself in there.
Yeah. And then I heard tapping on a window, and I'm like, what? Oh, shit. Somebody's telling me stop.
Someone's trying to tell you something.
From the outer limits. Yeah.
I just checked my coffee cup, and it was empty, and I got sad. I thought I had some left. You know when that happens? I'm gonna have to go make up another freaking cup.
Kind of like my bottle of vodka is basically empty. Which I'm, you know, getting better with Kwai. So,
good man.
Just so you know.
Yeah, you're doing better with what?
Drinking.
You're like you're not drinking as much?
No, I'm cutting back. I still got this other crap that I didn't try yet, the liquid THC. I'm afraid to. I probably won't shut up.
Well, Frank Lee is in the Discord. I mean, in the YouTube chat. What's up, Frank? Lord Ole. Ole!
Oh, was that Lord Ole?
Ole,
yeah, Frank.
Ole.
He says, hey, y'all.
What up, Lord Ole?
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Well, I guess Serrano. You're not over Serrano's anymore because he isn't there, right?
Yeah, he's around. Yeah, you're welcome to join the chat whenever, Lord Ole.
Is he in here? I don't think he's in this Discord.
He's not in Discord. He's in my YouTube stream. Like, he's in the comments, the chat comments.
Yeah.
As Frank Lee.
So tell him to come in here.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I miss. Wasn't that who was the other guy, Rick? When I was on your Discord, was Lord Ole, and then Jack, right? Yeah.
Oh, Jack, the Aussie guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Jack, Lord Ole, and he actually was in voice, Lord. He was telling me that, you know, when I was talking with him, he said he doesn't have a car. He just rides his bike everywhere or some shit.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that, but
I think that was
Jack.
Because who else was in there? It was me, you.
Well, if it's Jack, he's currently in Europe. He's doing like a European vacation.
Oh, it wasn't Jack. It was Lord Ole, I'm pretty sure.
Might have been. Yeah, it could have been Lord Ole. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack's been over there for a while now, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure how long his vacation is for. In Australia, we call it holidays. Going away on holidays, but a holiday for you guys is like 1 day, like a calendar holiday, I think.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Yeah, holiday season.
Hanukkah,
yeah.
Real, declare. Well, there's so many now. I mean,
there's
Martin Luther. That's a kind of a holiday, but they close. Yeah, they close the markets down for quite a bit now for things.
I'm gonna check Trueflation and see.
Maybe Gay Pride pretty soon. They'll close everything down. I don't know.
Inflation rate has jumped up a little again on Trueflation. That's so annoying because it's like you think that there's progress, and then it spikes again. It's something.
A lot of times, every time that there's been like really bad inflation, a lot of times it will actually do a double top. Like it will get to a peak, and then it will come down and calm down for a while, like and cool off for a while, and then it will go back up again and make another like second peak. So that's the only thing that I'm thinking, or that's one of the only things I'm thinking of that could be a catalyst for like a bigger market crash or like a bigger sort of, you know, like market correction is something like that. Like the inflation numbers coming up higher and they have to like, you know, raise rates even further. And people are like, oh shit, we're not out of the woods yet, apparently. So
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Don't hang your hat on that one.
Ooh, okay. Bitcoin right now, dude, it's still in this staircase, this short time frame staircase. It has not broken that yet. But damn, is it noisy? It's so noisy. Like this region that we've been in for like the last couple of weeks. So noisy. Like it's like you feel like there's going to be progress and then it slams back down. You feel like there's going to be a crash and then it gets supported. It's just, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah, it's untradeable.
Dude,
Which
you can
is
see the
very-
trend though. Look, I'll draw the trend in. There.
Sammy, it's not untradeable. It's because of the leverage, bro. There's so much volume now that you can't use that much leverage anymore. It's just gonna get you.
Well, that's what I was going to finish that by saying, if you're on some kind of leverage, you got to be. It's every 5 minutes when it makes that move.
You gotta be in a good position to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
You
your
gotta
entry
kind
has
of-
to be perfect.
This is
Yeah.
what scares me about it is if this happened, because look, we had a similar thing back in June of this year, right? We had similar kind of progress where like, yeah, there was some crazy wicks that went through it, but at the end of it, something happened and we just lost. We lost the support, and I think it was all that Gary Gensler drama, and we just slid down, and yeah. SEC
Yeah, because you can't even. On the 1 minute, you can't even trade the 50 move on it because there's a 50 move on the 1 minute. Even on a 1 second, there's probably a 50 move, but on a 1 minute, I'm looking at it right now, and it's like people are selling off. As soon as it hits the bottom of the downward move, it bounces and it doesn't go the full move. It's doing half, which is, it's just ridiculous to play that.
Bitcoin about to jump up, man. 36.3, then 5.
Found another example of it earlier from this year. It did a similar, like this could be its story right here. Something like that. Could be. Like a big cut back and then another rip to get people confident again and then fade it all out. And then, yeah.
Rug pull.
Yeah, rug pull. Like, get everyone real confident and play with everyone's emotions. Yeah, it's a well-oiled machine. It's really good at it. And this is why I'm doing a long play. That's why I'm investing and not trying to trade, because I get wiped out. I'm an emotional person.
I know, man.
So that
I'm no good at trading. But
I asked people if it was the top once tonight, and I already got reamed out saying it's going higher.
That ring that the real has, that I don't know time he's got on that, but if we just go sideways for the one I have, it's going to be murder. It's just going to bore the shit out of everybody. Otherwise, we're going to make a big move up or down in between this.
Oh, Lord Olay is in our Discord voice channel, but he just can't talk. He doesn't have permission.
Oh, he doesn't have privileges?
Yeah, not yet.
I thought, can a mod, can I give him permission? Or?
I don't know if we have a mod in here right now.
Or
I'm a mod, but I don't think I don't think I can give him permission.
Yeah, same here. I think it's got to be Coley or B, maybe.
Yeah, either B, Coley, or OG. I think are the only people.
They're like the master mods.
Well, they're administrators.
Oh, okay. Admins. Yeah.
And none of them are here.
Right.
Right.
Why? The fact that B was here was for as long as he was pretty impressive.
What, tonight?
I think the fact that we managed to get Pisket back in here is pretty impressive too.
He has the speaker role or chatter.
Yeah. We need we need some more of
He has
the
a chatter role, so he should be able to speak.
We need to conjure in some more voices from the old school, like Jolt and like.
I don't know if we're gonna get Jolt.
Wounded
Oh,
Goat.
Jeru. Maybe Jeru.
Jeru might.
Working on it.
He might talk one day. Yeah, Jeru. No, he talks in.
No,
samples.
Well, I heard. I talked to Jeru, and so have a couple of people. He was helping me back in the day with some.
I've spoken to most of the people that do not speak in here in other Discords, believe it or not.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
But did you know who they were? Were they the same person or not?
Yes, they were the people that do not speak ever because they don't like to get caught up in all the bullshit. Like in 2 or 3 other Discords where randomly one of those people that never talk are there with another person that never talks talking.
I think they're afraid of getting sampled.
Oh yeah.
It could
All
be.
right, so hold on. Hold on.
When
I think we're
down, I'll
Oh my
catch
God.
them in some other random ass room talking. Actually,
Wait, what's up, Quai?
Lord Olay, leave the voice chat and then come back and see if your mic works then.
How does that sound?
Hey.
Oh, there you go.
There you are. What's happening, man?
Right on. Nice to hear y'all.
Yeah, you too, man.
Good to hear you too, bro. Long time no talk.
Yeah, Coley just gave me privilege all of a sudden. I'm like, I feel like a rich white guy.
Privileged. Nice.
We've missed your memes.
Aw, well, I have been busy most of the summer. I was doing one music festival to another. Great times, but the weather's changing, and so you're gonna have my ass back.
Hey.
Nice. We're getting the old crew back together, one by one.
The band is gonna make it, babe.
Yeah, it sounds like a sequel movie. We're getting the team back together, man. We're gonna do it.
Now you see me too.
We really are. We're getting the old team back together.
It's like some kind of like Mighty Ducks movie.
Yeah, someone in chat is like, what about Matic? I'm like, Matic is kind of like that secret character that comes out in the 3rd round at the end when you think everything is lost, you know?
Yeah. Oh, he meets Cheddar. The guy that says, can anyone do a TA on Matic?
What's going on with Matic?
Matic doesn't matter. We'll only talk about it when it gets better.
Bro, what's going on with Matic?
Matic.
What's a Matic?
Come on, second breath, Bitcoin. Get your breath.
Yeah, come on, Bitcoin. Hey, look, it's not given up. It's holding the structure still, Bitcoin.
Bro, I ain't home yet, so whatever it's doing, it has to wait until I reach my doorstep.
Yeah.
Change direction with enough momentum that I shouldn't buy. It generally likes to do that within 5 minutes before I'm able to be in a position to buy. It likes to finish whatever movement it's doing. Very consistent.
Oh yeah.
What time is it now? We're almost
like-
a half hour past the daily open, so we should start getting a better idea of what it wants to do at this point. But I don't know
420 where I'm at.
So, sometimes it takes an hour or two to settle into the theme of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am 7 minutes from my house, which means I am 9 minutes from placing a bet, which means that we're about to hit most likely a trend line in the next couple minutes before I get home.
Oh, we keep getting what looks like these little. It keeps making these little fishhook looking type things, but then it ends up like being like a U or a cup instead. So I don't know. Let's see if it makes it past it this time. But I hate how this chart does this. On my exchange, it does like this weird thing where I try to grab it and move it, and it moves my fibs instead. So yeah, let's see if it makes it past the 0.5 at like 35.862 or 35.939. But otherwise, like I think the big sell-off wick, that might have been what did it. Like just to clear out that short liquidity, because there was like $40 million. If you look at the liquidation heat map, there was like $40 million at 36,000 flat.
Go on the daily. Quiet. Go on the daily, and you'll see that there's about 10 billion stacked all the way to 37K.
10 billion. What do you mean go on the daily?
Go on the daily on the liquidity heat map. And
Lowest I can go
look
is
up.
38 or 12 hour. Hold on, wait.
Hey, anyone want to share a TA like that can screen share that wants to?
I will.
You've
in
got
a minute.
because there's an audience of 28 people watching on YouTube right now. By the way, I'm just checking. I don't want to break. I don't want to break the rule and stream past my allotted. I've gone an hour and 6 minutes so far. But I won't take it too far.
You want some TA? It bounced off the 100, so it's probably okay. But I would still wait that another 5-10 minutes to buy.
Oh Lord, matches.
It's so
What
fucking
are we gonna
slow.
do with
Why I
you?
need a new computer. I might just go buy a new computer like tonight because I'm getting fucking sick of this shit. All right, so I'm on the 24-hour, so I don't know. I don't see.
There should be more options than that. You should be able to go on the monthly too.
There's no more like yellows. What?
I looked yesterday.
1 month. Check out what 1 month says, but
There's about 10 billion with a B stacked all the way to 37.5. I'm pretty sure.
billion with a B. Oh, I'll tell you, this is fucking frustrating, man.
What is half a milli's like evolved form? Half a billy? Is that how he's gonna come out after the next cycle?
Well, first he's 1 million.
Yeah, he has to get to milli.
He has to have
yeah.
1 mil.
Just call him Millie. Yeah.
Millie. Yeah, he's full Millie.
Full Millie. Perfect form, kind of like Cell or like Frieza in Dragon Ball.
1/3.
Yeah.
Full form, ascended form. Super Saiyan.
I want you to understand that I've been hammered, bro.
You sound hammered right now.
Well, it doesn't. Fuck you. You sound hammered. You sound.
Fuck you. You sound hammered.
Fuck your life.
Bing bang.
That's great.
Grab your balls. Reach down.
Have a disrespect, you heard? I heard you couldn't friend.
Balls of steel.
You heard what?
I heard he wouldn't. You couldn't friend him yesterday.
Yeah, I was trying, but it said, yeah, you're not allowed to. He's too exclusive. Yeah. He's way too exclusive. I've got more chance of being a whole Bitcoin owner than trying to be friends with Gil Wallace.
Do you know where he was from? Was he from?
No.
Was he over near Expectus? No.
I met him in Thames. He was an OG. He's an OG from Thames.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fuck. Ain't put up with him? Damn.
Not for very long.
There's a lot of OGs that are hanging out in Thames still. There's like D-Block, Peachy, Drew, a few others, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, they're legit. I mean,
they're still at it. They still talk. They still Matches goes in there. Like he knows more than me about who's still around.
Disappoint me, man. A lot of them lived in Florida. A lot of them didn't show up, so I'm kind of I've lost a lot of respect for.
It's like you got a problem.
All right, so
like they didn't come to my party. Yeah.
You want to get on my chart? Oh, hold on. I have to share it, don't I?
Yeah. Share your screen. I'll broadcast.
Yeah, you gotta share. I gotta share.
You gotta
Max
get
is gonna
that.
get a tattoo. Like
Gotta get that boom, boom, boom.
Matches is gonna
I
match
hope my
Tames.
internet is good enough
Oh, by the way, I just walked in my door, so look for Bitcoin to change direction. Whatever the fuck it's doing.
Okay, I can see you.
Oh god.
I can't see you, but I can see you.
You can see me? Oh my
I
gosh.
can see your screen, yeah.
Alright, so I mean I've got the
I'm
same basic shape.
terrified. Sorry. I was just gonna say I'm terrified of like one day accidentally having a porn tab open and then showing my my YouTube stream.
So what do you
That'd be
think?
hilarious. Go ahead, sorry.
Wait.
Now that I've
Please?
walked in, you think Bitcoin's going to recover or die? Should change direction. Now that I'm
look,
buy in and it's positive, it should go down.
I think it's responsible to be open to a possibility of a big correction at all times, because there is no, I feel like, that's been the theme this year, man.
Off of his work schedule.
Whenever you think it's,
Can you do the I feel and think thing with more words in the middle?
What?
yeah, but
Kawhi's got 15 minutes.
I'll
He's
do-
gonna stream here.
I'll do it. But yeah, go ahead, Quag. Like I've got your screen up.
Alright, yeah, so I've got the same basic shape as you. This whole rising wedge
The
type
rising?
situation.
Yep.
Yeah. Which we got going on. And I was wondering why this line like seems to be so significant. And when you go back in time, like you're actually hitting it at the this was the COVID drop. So I mean that's a line that once we fell under, it became resistance, and it's been resistance ever since. That trend line. So this is a bearish retest.
So
What
wait,
match?
Does the fucking top cross it right there? That's crazy.
The top what?
The trend from the all-time high crosses it right around where we're at, doesn't it?
Yeah, if you
We're
trend line
not through it yet. We're not through it yet. What are you talking about?
Especially if you were to do the 54 and skip the 69 on top. But yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm sorry, it's just the
Well-
way it looks on this chart.
So that's been high right now. Basically ever since COVID, when the last time we hit that, when we fell below it, it made resistance. Whoa,
that was cool.
What was with that echo?
Remix
with
Remix,
that.
yeah. And I thought that we were gonna double top here and just come down, and I thought maybe that this was gonna be like a neckline for like a head and shoulders, and we did have sort of like an inverse head and shoulders right here. Figured we might do another one right here, but it didn't do that. It broke up instead, and because of that ETF thing. But it still didn't make it past this line. So to draw like some fibs, my fibs are probably all fucked up. After breaking past this 25 area, that neckline of the head and shoulders, we did make it up to the 1.618, which was like, here around like 31.1. So the next fib level that we would have to go test would be around 40K. And that's also, this huge sell-off zone where me and Trego were talking about this earlier, this huge sell-off zone where that started. And then if I get my vector zone, let me get where is it? That's actually a big vector zone, not only on the daily, coming up to like 39K, but if you go on the weekly, I think that might be a vector zone too. Oh no, the weekly doesn't have them. So this is another thing that concerns me, is that the next weekly vector zone isn't until 52K. And on the weekly, we just created these two huge vector zones, one
I
from
want you to
33
understand that
to 30,000. And this one down here from 24.8 going down to 22.2. So there's those huge vector zones that we might have to go and reclaim eventually. So basically after this level was breached, it seemed inevitable that we were going to go test this level at 31. And I didn't think we were going to get past it, but now that we have, we maybe should start thinking about what kind of target we would get to the upside on that. And if you draw the fib there, geez, what is with this feedback?
It's fine.
Anyway, if you draw the fib there, after breaching this level, we have reached a 1.618 at the top of this trend line, which, as far as this goes, it's still a rising wedge. So there's that.
What? Real quick. What time frame is that, Clyde?
This is the weekly right here.
And what is that purple thing there? That's on a Gaussian channel or nothing?
Oh no, that's just the cloud for the 50 EMA. So if I put my EMAs on, another thing that has is kind of a bit concerning. Like, we did have a death cross like between the 50 and 200 weekly EMA, which I don't think that's ever happened on Bitcoin. I don't know how far this chart goes back, but I don't believe that's ever happened. So that's a first. It did recover it, and it's made a golden cross like not too far afterwards. But yeah, just still that's never happened before. So this
I could probably teach you a few things.
I'm thinking that if we're going to continue in this channel, if we were to get rejected here, we could come down to the 618, at 29.3, which would still be bullish technically, as long as we don't lose this previous low, because then we're losing the wedge, then we're losing the 200 weekly EMA. And we probably travel down through this vector zone, which would bring us down to 22. And at that point, if we were to come back up here, if we were to drop down all the way down here, even if we got caught by the 300, we might come up and get, rejected by the 200 or rejected up here. And that would be like a bearish retest that could send us lower.
Hey, yo. I was just testing my audio. My
if you take,
for some reason, my mic crashed.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I might have to remeasure this. I think I did a quick measurement. This is kind of like a quick measured move. And, say we lost this. Say we lost this wedge around here, or we came in for a bearish retest here. This is probably where I would think that it would drop us as a measured move. For the wedge, if it was to break out of it, if it was to break down from it and give a bearish retest, this would probably be around the measured move, which would be around 8. And retracing to the 1.618 and finding not a new low, but a slightly higher low, which if you go back in time, Bitcoin has a habit of doing that. It made a slightly higher low here. And, there was a few other cycles.
Can I say something?
Where it did that, right here, made a slightly higher low.
Can I?
Right here made a slightly higher low.
That's exactly what I was going
here. 140 50x bucket.
Almost every cycle it makes a slightly higher low, and what a lot of people consider a double bottom. What do you?
We already did that.
Trying to say, Matches?
All right, so on your chart, I think we're at a point where we retrace half of that nice green candle you see up there. So you see the 3 movements up, where each movement up is one candle, and then it takes all that choppiness and breaks down 50%. On the first one,
50-50 chance.
Goes 100% of that movement back down on the second bump. And then the third one, I think we'll get a 50% retrace and then go up.
Yeah.
Also, if we were to do that, it would match the fractal right before the COVID run.
If we were to get a 50% retrace here, then it would still hold this support here at the top of this sort of where we were hitting resistance before this area.
If you want to see,
we would still be holding support there. So that would still be bullish. We could get a 50% retracement. It would still be bullish. It would still be inside of this wedge type of thing. Even if we drop 14%, 14 to 18%.
well, go to the run up on the left side. That right there. No, you can expand it wider. There you go, and move left. So I think we're right there where your line is. So right where we are, I think we get a retrace and then we launch up, just like you're looking at in the middle of your chart.
Right here?
Mm-hmm. So if you change those,
could be.
if you change the
because
time
this
frame,
is what Rick was talking about before, was that this looked like a rising wedge back then.
exactly.
And we did break up out of it.
But we broke up out of
it
that
could.
one before it retraced.
This was right around the halving too, I believe. Or I think the halving was somewhere over here.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
So
But we do.
that was the COVID low, wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
That was the COVID low right there on that flat bottom.
If you go back to this cycle, it does make a 618 recovery before coming back down and just making a slightly higher low.
Halving was the 11th of May, 2020. That was
so if it was to do that same thing here,
you're low, Rick.
Oh, okay.
If you look right after that lower low, you end up with right there on the chart. If you move down to, are you on a weekly? If you move down to the daily, you'll see the exact formation you're looking at now, right there on the left side of the bull run.
That should fix it. Yeah, 11th of May, dude, 2020. 11th of May, you could mark that out as the halving of the 2020. So it was post-COVID dip. Post-COVID dip.
Oh, okay.
11th of May. Yeah, there.
Yep.
Halving was right around there.
Was.
Yeah.
And then it just took off after that.
Yeah. And we would be.
We've got the next halving coming up in.
Yeah,
April.
April, May. Some say late March. It just depends.
April 4th,
it depends when the
supposed to be.
It depends when that block is finished. Like that's the whole. But yeah, they can sort of like forecast when it might happen.
Well, people have been saying it's supposed to be around April 4th. So I don't know if we're still above the 200 weekly EMA by then I'll probably just be full bullish. But the reason why I'm short to midterm bearish is because of this. I mean, okay, so we have one scenario here where it did come up, make a 618 recovery, and then making a slightly higher low. So I'm thinking that, but it did all that before the halving. So if the halving was over here, then it did all this before the halving, and we haven't really had that run up to the 618 because that would be at 48K. So we didn't really do all that before the halving, which I don't know. That kind of concerns me, but we also never fell below the 200 weekly EMA, or we never closed below it. Never had a death cross on the weekly.
It's in general
for the EMAs.
Nope. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did have a death cross on the weekly.
When the number of blocks hits 740,000 is when the halving happens.
If you want to see what cycle matches this cycle, just go to 2015. Just save yourself the time and go to 2015 through 2017. Because it matches it to a T.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it looks exactly the same as any cycle. Because all these cycles look similar. This one looks different.
If you had to pin, dude, if you overlay the 2015 cycle over this one, it is identical.
I don't think so.
What is the current block that we're on?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Have you done it? It's the exact. Yeah. We're doing the same exact thing. The way we bottomed, the way we bounced off 0.5s, everything. It's very similar.
So we've got these wicks up here.
You think it's more similar to the? You think it's more similar to the run where we retraced to the 618 and then bounced on the 0.5 and then had COVID crash? You think that we're more similar to that right now? Because it's not even close to that.
No, I mean, I don't think it looks like any of them, frankly.
I'll have to show you. It looks exactly like 2015 to 2017. The way we bottomed, the way the fibs hit, everything, man. It's very, very similar.
Well, this has kind of more or less been the area of resistance that I've been looking at. This was when everyone was like freaking out about, oh, is this a bear flag or not? Like that. And, hold on.
Get wrecked, scrub.
Clone. This and this, you know, was this a bear flag? Everyone was like, oh, is it a huge bear flag? It did end up being a bear flag, apparently. And this is also where the whole Do Kwon Terra Luna thing happened, that whole collapse. So there was a big sell-off at that point. So a lot of volume and a lot of sell-off here. These wicks on the daily also, like, you know, those wicks show up pretty sharp on the weekly. You know, so like these wicks right here, they go all the way up into this zone. But I mean, I guess you could say 37.7 is where they really stop and where the bodies start to fully come out. But I mean, here's the thing is that we have already made a 382 retracement. If you pull a fib from all-time high to this bottom level, we have made a 382, which is where all this resistance kind of resides. So I don't know. That's another reason why I'm bearish.
By this point in the cycle, if you do anything like the previous cycles, by this point in the cycle, you either have a COVID flash or you go to all-time highs.
Yeah, well, agreed. But I mean, if we do have like some sort of black swan event, which there always seems to be one, then you know that's something to consider. You know, we had bearish divergence here on the weekly. The stochastic's pretty high. RSI is pretty high. The only
cycle that we diverted from going into a new bull run by this stage in the cycle is when we had the COVID flash crash. That's the only, by this point in the cycle, this many days passed and this many days till the cycle. The only time we deviated from making higher lows and higher highs in any Bitcoin cycle this late into the cycle was the COVID flash crash.
Well, there's a first for everything.
So hang on to your pants. We're about to dump to 9K, bitches.
Yeah, 9K.
Oh, I wish.
9K.
Dude. The 840,000th block, sorry. I said it wrong. I said it as the 750th or something. It's the 840,000th block is the halving. Which is...
So we did 840,000? Okay.
Yep.
I'll take 19.
I know there's a clock that counts it down.
Yeah.
But
well,
we got this.
If it's 840,000, we're on 815,000 right now, so there's a few to go. Sorry, go ahead.
Come on, Trego. It's your time to short TRB.
So are we still on this analysis?
Yeah.
Finally?
I think so. I shorted at 140.
We've got the stochastic is pretty high.
Yep, I can see reason for a leg down there. Quite like another test of that lower ramp, like the support of that rising. Yep.
And then the daily. I mean, we even had bearish divergence on the daily too, and this is this daily MACD doesn't look too great. I've got the MACD overlay with the TTM squeeze. That's crossed already. The stochastic is low on the daily, so that's kind of a point for the bulls, and I think that's one of the reasons why we...
You got to remember, dude, price is first. Oscillators come second. Like, if the price wants to do something crazy up, the oscillators have to reflect it. Like, they can't... Like, just because the oscillator says, oh, it's overbought here, it can get pinned for weeks and days on time, like, where at any moment. So...
No, I get it. Those are just...
to indicate
like parabolic moves. Like, I mean, this sort of slow buildup here, like, just kind of spells exhaustion. I mean, I could absolutely be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, and we do get some good points, like, for the bulls, like this daily this daily golden cross there between the 50 and 200. It stayed above the 200, and it has been pretty much the whole time. I think it dipped below it for a second, but then there was the 200 cross the 300.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a point for the bulls. We're above the 800 EMA, which is where we lost it before. So it was 800 EMA on the daily. We bounced off it a couple times, and then when the Do Kwon thing happened, we lost it and we dropped this zone. So that's why I'm just saying I think that this is a troublesome zone, or this is why I think this is a troublesome zone. But then also the indicators are giving me confidence, saying that like it's getting into overbought ranges. And this whole channel right here, I don't like the shape of this, and I don't like the wicks. And you know, I mean, there's some other stuff that, you know, bothers me about this. You know, like I have this sort of channel drawn, like this ascending channel. Like it just seems like it's driving itself up into exhaustion, and that they were trying to liquidate people above 36K. And now there's not really much. I mean, this whole shit was because of the ETF approval. You know, so that's, I mean, that's not really, it doesn't really hold as much weight. Like yeah, we could have a crazy bullish move and bust through and clear some of these vector zones. But I mean, is there going to be a catalyst for that? Is there going to be a reason? Because before there was a catalyst, we weren't looking too hot down here. Like we were below the 200 daily EMA for a minute.
I guess
and it looked like.
Remember, hey, what was the catalyst? What was the catalyst when Bitcoin went from 3,000 to 69,000? What was the catalyst?
The halving.
Crazy.
And stimulus
Right,
money and fucking
Crazy.
like all kinds of shit.
No, no. That is wrong. Stimulus money. I'm tired of hearing that. It's just straight up incorrect.
There was no halving
You said what?
cycle, I don't think. Was there?
Zipping up the bear suit.
Yeah, there was. That for this whole big run up came from the halving cycle.
KRB.
And you know what else was
When
the
was the
catalyst?
last
Fucking Elon Musk. Elon Musk was talking about accepting Bitcoin for fucking payments, and everyone was fucking blaring about it on Twitter. Dogecoin was fucking trending, and like Dogecoin was going to fucking new all-time highs. Elon Musk was talking about that. Then you got Michael Saylor talking about it. Then you got fucking all these fucking billionaires. Mr. Wonderful starts talking about it.
It's
was
a bit
mania
of
thing.
everything. It was like a
That was
perfect
the
storm.
catalyst.
There was a lot of reasons. It wasn't just one reason. There was many reasons.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there was many. So it's like, you know,
Right.
a
I
lot
don't
of
think that we need a
all of it
catalyst to
related.
move up, though, is my point. I think Bitcoin just moves up because it moves up. It's never needed a catalyst. It's never needed an ETF to move up in the past.
Yeah,
It's
I
done
agree,
amazing
but
things.
that's what made it move up this time, is what I'm saying. So are we gonna get another
Not necessarily.
news
I
about
mean, you didn't
ETF
get any.
release?
You didn't get any ETF approval.
No, not yet. But I mean, is it gonna happen tonight? Like, I mean, are we gonna long at resistance? Like, this is what I'm saying here. Is like we're at a point of resistance. We're pretty exhausted. As of right now, we haven't gotten a bullish catalyst. You know, like the oscillators are saying overbought zone. So being like logical.
If you're shorting here,
about
you're
it.
shorting just strictly off of indicators being overbought. You're not shorting weakness. You're not shorting any type of structure break. You're just shorting because you think that it's pumped a lot.
No, because I've seen this type of thing happen before. You know, like if you go on
And
the
you could
lower
be
time
right
frame.
too, right? You could be correct, right? It could turn around here. I think it could. You know, I'm not naive to think that it has to keep going, but I don't think, you know, I don't have. There's no short for me on the chart.
These ascending channels like this, they always break down. And if you look at this right here, like this whole
No, they don't. Them motherfuckers break up too all the time. Those ascending
Well,
channels break to the top side all the time.
if you look at this type of thing right here.
That's why I'm shorting TRB based on EA.
If you bring it over here.
Oh yeah.
This same sort of shit happened, man. Like before we broke down, and then we lost this trend line and then everyone was all sad and like hope was back here when we're at the 200 weekly EMA, and then it popped up. So I mean, it's like, you know, fucking this shit just happens. These pullbacks happen, and Bitcoin's a troll. You know, like Bitcoin will troll everybody. You know, this
It's been
looks
trolling the shit out of
almost
bears for
identical.
a whole year. I know that much.
Well, I mean, only if you've been bearish at the wrong points. If you shorted 25K, you made a good profit. If you shorted fucking 31K, you made a good profit. This might be the next point, like really, that people should be thinking about shorting. If not here, then like 39K or maybe it might even go further up, like 48K. But I mean, there's some key resistances that are in the chart that come from the history of the price action. And this whole FOMO phase, this whole FOMO mania phase, like so many people got fucked. And there's so many people that got involved in crypto, like up here, like at the top, and are still holding bags up there. So naturally, any point that we reach like a peak, like an area where people were buying, like those people, when they break even, they're going to sell. And that's just going to cause more sell pressure.
You're 5 months from the halving right now, and you're not even Bitcoin is not even, it's barely half of the all-time high, and you're 5 months from the halving. For every bearish narrative, there's a bullish one. But guess who wins in the end every time? Because the price just goes up, bro.
There's no, but it doesn't just go up straight up forever. Like you have retracements. Like it's perfectly reasonable to think that Bitcoin could drop fucking 18% and come back and test 29 to 31K zone. We'll flip it as support. I mean,
yeah, I think it will do that eventually.
Even if it's only a 382 retracement, that would be 31.7. But this whole fucking where's my shit?
What about the retracement back to 69?
This whole level right here could get reclaimed. And I mean, that brings you down to 30K. We never came back to test this. You talk about an uptrend.
Bro, I can show you a million spots on the chart that Bitcoin never retested, though. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to do. It doesn't have to do anything, though. I hope that you know that it doesn't have to go and do anything. It can.
Yeah,
it can just.
I'm not saying that
do its thing,
it has
right?
to. I'm saying that it hasn't. Naturally, you would want to see, for organic, healthy price action, you would want to see a rise, retrace, continuation. That's structurally what Bitcoin does. When it gets overbought, it gets people to FOMO in, because they think it's never going to stop going up, and then it fucking drops it. And it fucking leaves people holding bags. It pulls the rug on people, leaves people holding bags, and then fucking people are like, oh, now I'm fucked. And then the next time you get up to that area, everyone sells those bags. So it creates more
Ain't nobody buying Bitcoin, though. How many people in here bought Bitcoin in the last 3 months? In the last 8 months? The last 12 months?
Thanks,
and these
Clyde.
are people who are
Appreciate
in
that.
crypto, bro.
Appreciate that, TA.
I bet you there's probably like 10% of people in this whole group that bought Bitcoin in the last 6 months. And we're in crypto every day.
Anyway, Rick, real quick, one more thing is just, if we do continue upwards, which, I gave some points for the bulls there too, because we could very well go and retest this peak here that happened before the Do Kwon thing. And that would be at 48K, which would be a 618 retracement. If we make it up there, close above there, yeah, like obviously fucking we're going. Obviously it's a bull run, and we're going to new all-time highs. 0.5 retracement is at like around 41K. There's vector zones between there, but as far as the weekly vector zones, I'm thinking it makes more logical sense to maybe go reclaim at least some of these two big vector zones, because they're closer. And there's a bunch of people going long. There's a bunch of bulls going long that are there's liquidity building down here. So if we had a 618 retracement to 23 even, that would still technically be bullish. Like coming from the, the lows of this year to the highs, even if we came down to 23K, we could still recover that into the halving cycle and make that bullish. Or, if we were to come down even to just 30K and retest this area, that would be great too. But there's a case to be made. This trend line here, starting from COVID to the previous lows, that could even get retested. And it would be a measured move, like to break out of this rising wedge, which currently is the only real pattern that I've seen on the chart. And lately, anyway. And also, where is it? this is something that Mocat keeps bringing up. Is that the Elliott wave count here, and how that could be a full set of waves. I don't know how well you can see that. Maybe I should draw it on the other one. And then this is going to be it. So he's been talking about these this Elliott wave count, where this could be wave 4. It was just an expanding flat, and then that could have been a finished wave 5. Because he was saying that he thought that this could have looked like a failed wave 5 potentially. If it never passed it, or that this could have been a failed wave 5 if it didn't pass it, but it did pass it, so that could be technically considered a completed wave 5, which, you know, then could bring us to like potentially like a, you know, like an A, B, C, like to test, you know, that 25K zone or somewhere about there.
Hey,
You know, just
sorry to interrupt. Did you guys talk about how we airstruck other countries or no?
No, that's not on the charts.
We officially dropped bombs in other countries.
Okay.
You know, it might only be an ABC. So, like, I mean, I'm not really talking key zones here, but an ABC like that could happen too. I don't know. I mean, that's not really proportional to the amount of waves. Usually it's bigger. You know, like, I think what I had before was like that, you know, a measure moved down, and then that could bring us to, you know, that one drop, that flash crash that happens at the end of like these, or right before the halving cycle usually. So I don't know. That's pretty much what I got. Is that's what I'm
We've
thinking.
only done that once before the halving, bro. Only once.
Dude, it happens like literally every cycle. If you look back on the chart, if you're even looking at my chart, look, it happened right here. That was the previous cycle. It happened right here. The cycle before it. It happened right here. You know, like it happens every time. It really does. There's always something that brings it down to make a slightly higher low every cycle.
No, it only has happened. I'll say it again. Listen, it has only happened one time this late in the cycle where you had a drop back to the lows, and it was COVID. Only one cycle has it done that. Every other cycle, it made higher highs and higher lows from this, you know, from this point in the cycle.
All right. Well, it does take longer to mine each Bitcoin. With every halving cycle, it takes twice as long to mine each Bitcoin. So, I mean, for it to drop after the halving cycle, that's something that could still happen to. You know?
Or COVID happened, and the whole world was in a pandemic, and that's why it dropped. The one time, right?
Yeah. Well, there's always something.
If you're betting on COVID 2 to happen again, then you're getting your dip late.
There's wars and shit that happen, dude. What if the Fed comes out and says, "Oh, inflation sucks. It's like it's out of control, and we don't know what to do now." Like, you know, there's any number of things.
They're gonna print more money and
Yeah,
distribute it around the world.
Yeah, they print more money, and that makes inflation worse.
Yeah. Turbo, what's the cat analysis on Bitcoin at the moment? Are we at the top of a tail, or this, like, what?
You are retesting the right ear at 35,943. So anything above that, you're good.
And is that like you see that on the daily or the?
No. Small.
Oh, small. Okay, gotcha.
Just one step at a time. Yeah, we actually did this exact move earlier on today. Like at 12 o'clock, we had the same pattern, and we had this abrupt drop and a retest of the top. So we did the abrupt drop, and we're trying to retest the top again. I'd start getting worried if we don't go above that 36.1 for sure. I won't long it at that point overnight. I'd rather take my chances and catch it on. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Toppy.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Yeah, not bad, bro.
Hey, Turbo, did you get my question I asked a day ago
What was that?
about your smallest domination of bills in Canada? We're trying to solve a mystery over here. Oh my God!
I didn't quite understand because something in the background was making some noise.
The smallest domination of bills that you have in Canada.
Oh,
Word on the street is that
denomination.
you don't have dollar bills anymore.
$5.
That's the smallest bill, huh?
Of a bill? Yeah.
What coins do you guys have? How denominated does it get with coins?
I mean, we've got from 5 down, we've got 5, and then we have a toonie, a loonie, and quarters, and dimes, and nickels. We have no more pennies. We have no more $2 bills. We have no more $1 bills.
What's a toonie and a loony? Are those
$2 or $2 and $1.
In Australia,
toonies and loonies?
in Australia,
Yeah, and they're amazing.
The smallest is 5 cents in Australia. Coin.
There you go.
We used to have 2 cent,
So if
1
you
cent
give-
coins, but they phased them out.
That's it. That's 2.
That's crazy. So you
Yeah.
can't get change for 5 anymore.
Sure, you can. You get
Only
toonie
in
and
coins.
change.
Yeah, coins. Yeah. Shrapnel.
I don't know. I like loonies and toonies. Every time I have them, I just throw them in a jar, and next thing you know, you got $100 hanging
Looney
around.
Tunes.
Yeah,
like it.
Looney Tunes.
I thought they were characters.
The Looney Tunes.
Well, Looney Tunes.
No wonder no one takes our economy seriously.
Everyone takes it serious. They fear us.
Oh,
He's talking about Canada. But
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Canada.
Lord, oh,
Jay, I've still got like
yeah.
$40 in freaking loonies from when we were in Canada, and we had to use we had to get change for the laundromat.
Oh my!
Yeah,
They're
wait,
just sitting in my
Turbo.
closet.
You know Lord Olay, don't you, Turbo?
Was it always his name?
He's French. He knows French at least, I think.
Oh, that's awesome. He must be from
All of these
Montreal.
things.
Yeah, so you guys can français together. You guys can talk French.
We can français.
Hey, bro, do you Eiffel Tower? I do. Fucking
Je m'appelle Rick. Je
Where
m'appelle.
the fuck is Trey go? Filecoin is ripping.
Hey, file.
What's up, Bojan?
Bonjour, je m'appelle
Come
Ocean.
say Rue. Eiffel Tower.
Le Louvre.
It's La Tour Eiffel in French. It's not the Eiffel Tower. It is the Tour Eiffel.
Who built the Statue of Liberty again?
The French.
La Statue de la Liberté.
Quelqu'un a fait ses études?
Oh yes, you are from Quebec.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
Sister stack.
Fuck
Le
yeah.
Statue
So we have
de la
Arcax, we have you,
Liberté.
and me.
Yeah, the Holy Trinity.
And then we have Chubakel, who's in Toronto. We've got it slipped my mind. The next one, I know. Oh man, I'll figure it out. Give me a minute.
File.
That's good. Got some presence in the group.
Yeah. Filecoin. Anyone
Dude, this
holding
thing-
big Filecoin positions?
I got a little bit.
Bitcoin's been ripping so hard.
I
Like
have
the
some.
as soon as we lose the 200 EMA on the 1 hour, like I think that's when it's lights out, because it's on the 4 hour it's the 50. But I mean, if you look at it, Bitcoin really never stays away from the 200 EMA on the 4 hour for very long. So it's probably going to come and visit those levels. That's my guess. At the very least.
XEM is up 18%, 19% in the last hour.
80.
Yeah. Mina, M-I-N-A, is up 10%.
Mina.
Mina.
Irene.
Yeah,
Did you say
Filecoin's
a
definitely up there.
Mm-hmm.
Minor coin instead of major, minor.
Get it?
I get it. You try to take it to the dark side.
I seen you there.
You've seen me there. Oh no.
You were waving hi, like, hey, welcome. Woman, if you got any more behind me, be in front of me, bitch. Get off my ass.
Are you driving?
Yeah, this guy just wants to take his time.
You're driving the car and she's driving you crazy. Hey.
Yeah. We're on the SIG alert to try to get on the freeway, and she's hugging my ass like it's going to go any faster.
Maybe she wants your number.
Yeah, maybe she wants to talk to you.
You know what you call those people? You call those people window lickers.
Uh-huh.
Fucking retards.
TRB.
I got in file and Phil coin. Is it file or Phil? The other C is FIL.
Phil.
Depends how you're feeling.
It depends how you're feeling. Yeah, FIL is the ticker, so Phil. But it's called file coin. Yeah. Like file a report. File coin. File it away in your
Now it's dark when I get on the freeways. Boo-hoo.
What time
Oh,
is
you
it?
do the time change too?
Yeah, the whole U.S. does. Well, most of it. We have a couple states that don't. But
How does that work?
it's easy. You just go to your clock and you set it back an hour.
No, I mean for everybody else in the commerce business, you know.
No, we all do it at the same time.
Well, you just
If
said
file,
it's a couple
if file
of places.
doesn't hold above 446, just watch it. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
So,
Oh, I remember that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Turbo, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Ah, yeah.
Good head.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Need
Go
help.
ahead, Rick.
Oh yeah.
Roger.
Give me some head.
And
Oh, yeah.
what's your predictions? And where's your predictions?
Crazy, go ahead.
Give me head.
Go ahead.
Push to talk.
Yeah, that's right. When people drop out, push the top.
Talk to push other people's buttons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whole gang is back, huh?
Yeah. Part of. Damn, there was a
Don't
lot of
like
people. There was a lot of us.
Hey, Lord, do you know Clive?
Oh yes, I know Clive.
I'd love to hear you two talk to each other.
Well, whenever Clive is talking with anyone else, Clive is talking. So
He commands silence.
It's going down.
I'd be
Oh,
confused.
zero.
I wouldn't know
Oh,
who's
yeah.
talking.
This will be going to zero.
What?
You watch.
What?
Now,
Bitcoin scam.
No, I've been delivering pizza
Yeah.
for like at least 3 years now. Bitcoin is
80
zero.
years.
Depends on how deep the hole is.
Oh, good timing. I love Clive. He's great.
I like Clive with pepperoni.
so good to have you back, Jimmy.
Chiru. Chiru. I love that there's a sample for every response necessary. Timing is everything, and frequency is everything. Like Christmas. You can't have Christmas every day. It's not special.
Matches are you here?
No, if we had Christmas every day, we'd just have a week where there's no Christmas and we treat everyone like shit instead.
I'd take that week over any day of the week. Wait, that makes sense.
Yeah. In Australia, everyone starts getting silly toward Christmas for some reason. Like retail silly,
That's
driving
exactly-
silly, crime silly. Everything gets real silly around this time of year. Silly
Yeah, but you
season.
guys all celebrate Christmas on the beach.
Yeah, because we're upside down, man.
I mean, if there's no shark-eating fucking sharks out there.
Well, man-eating,
Or
yeah.
people eating
Yeah.
man-eating sharks.
Australia got a lot of great whites out in their waters.
Everything in Australia is trying to kill you.
Yeah. Even Bitcoin.
Going to fucking zero.
Even our Bitcoin has teeth.
I don't like how people act during Christmas.
Oh, I saw this really cool video. This is totally random, but let me find it. I'll put it in general.
Go ahead.
It's an AI imagined final boss for every country. But I'll link it. It's funny. So the AI came out with like a final boss for each country. The Australian one kind of sucks, but it's kind of funny.
Oh, Orty.
It'd be funny for you
Orty's
guys.
dropping hard.
There you go.
They did it with exotic cars where
Oh, yeah?
they asked AI if they picked each exotic car, what running shoe would it be? So they made a so AI came out with a running shoe model of each car. That was pretty
Mhm.
fucking trippy.
It's funny because like when they like there's all these interesting mythical creatures as the final boss for each country, and then they get to North Korea and it's just a picture of Kim Jong-un, and it's like, damn.
What is it for the United States?
For you, the United States one is kind of like a Captain America looking dude with a beard.
Oh, I thought it would have been Gary Gensler.
Oh, yeah.
He's here to help us.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Ordi, is that that opened this morning at 7 a.m., didn't it, Ocean? Did that rip?
What,
It's
Orty?
only on spot. Yeah.
No, it's dropping. I'm shorting it.
Okay. It opened this morning, right? I think.
Like
that's the US.
Like it launched
original?
this morning.
No.
Yeah. No. I
No,
thought
this
MEXC
thing,
told me.
I think it's been out since June.
Oh, maybe just on MEXC though.
No, I've been
Well-
trading it for a few days on MEXC.
Looks like a Viking rig.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I heard something about that coin. I forget what the fuck it was today.
The biggest news about it right now is the fact that the coin itself was built on the Ordinals protocol, but it wasn't built by the Ordinals protocol. Like, so somebody independent built it on the protocol. And for some reason, all of these listing websites, including Binance themselves, have been writing up their descriptions for their new listings of Ordi as if Ordinals created it, like putting their website link on there and everything.
Oh, so it's a fucking scam.
Well, it's not necessarily like they're not saying the Ordinals protocol is saying that they're not claiming that there's anything wrong with the Ordi coins. They're a legit project on the protocol, but it's they're just not understanding why there's this mix-up in the listing. So it's what I'm expecting is this first initial pump, and then once everything clears out that this isn't actually associated, that it'll die off.
Hey, you want to talk about an initial pump? LDAO is up 1,600% today. Wow.
Is that
It actually
one?
took a zero right off the damn thing.
Was that one released today or something?
I think so. Yeah. I had a couple of them this morning that I never even saw this on MEXC. They give you the timer and everything on when it's going to be launched. Yeah, I think it was today. Absolutely today. This thing went from 0025 to 065.
And that Slovakia one's really cool.
Rick,
Hmm.
you got one for Russia?
Yeah.
Somebody's got an open mic.
One for Russia looks like the Slovakian one.
Poppers, your mic is annoying. It was though, no? It gets like tick, 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 tick.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was my turning signal. Sorry.
Through my headphones, it sounded like a fish tank.
Yeah.
That should look like Game of Thrones, Rick.
Bitcat's trying again. I mean, Bitcoin is trying again on a cattail.
BitCat.
Bitcat.
Yes.
That was really good and
It's the
unintentional.
new coin.
It's a new coin coming
The
this
new
fall.
coin now.
It was really good. It's funny. Cat. I seriously don't know if I'm going to lose my shit driving to Florida for 25 hours or whatever it is.
You'll be fine. Patience.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
lack some patience. Sorry. I lack patience sometimes, you know.
You get there nice and safe. I'm sure you and your buddy will have a good ride, safe, unaffected.
Thank you. I told him I said.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to deal with some weather. I'm hearing there might be some percep coming.
It's going to snow tomorrow in Montreal,
Yeah.
but it's not going to last. I mean, Yeah. I think it's like 0 or -1 now. Let me check. Yeah, 0.
Car you're taking's got good tires on it, I just assume.
It's brand new and it has winter
Yeah.
tires on it.
All
It's
right,
a
good.
Rogue. Yeah.
All right, yeah, perfect.
And I'm going to rent a car when I get to Florida. Turo is really, really cool, man. Their prices are very affordable. What was it?
Should be better now, Ocean.
Thank you, man.
Turo's a great deal.
Probably my TV in the background.
I could rent a 4 Series, let's say, if I wanted to, which I'm not. I'll rent a fucking Fiat, like a little 2-door mini car. I don't care. But for 10 days, it's like $160 for a little car. Who needs more than that? That's fantastic. Think about it. Now, if you want to get like a 4 Series, a BMW, or whatever, I wouldn't even do it. There's just no point. But just to say, $270 for 10 days.
For 10 days, $160.
Yeah. It's
Thanks.
I don't know if
Thanks for
That's
tuning
incredible.
in, YouTube. I'm going to wrap the YouTube stream up. Appreciate it. Catch you on the next one.
all right.
Bye, YouTube.
Oh, you're staying with us though.
Yeah.
Okay.
$16 a day.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great rate, man.
Rick's staying with
Okay.
us because